So one of my least favorite people in the history of the planet, the history of the world, actually, and the universe as well as that, Maya Higa got the chance to do a TED Talk, which is very frustrating for me, disappointing. I feel like I should have been asked to give a TED Talk before Maya. Maya is a associate of mine for many years, and it kind of, frustrates me that TED would shaft me in such a way. And as a result, I've decided to give it a gander, and I'm going to give it a fair shot. I'm not going to be upset watching this. I'm not going to complain, and we're going to have a great time.
So my mission is to use...
I just can't stand it, dude. This just pisses me off so much. This is so freaking stupid. Okay, anyway, continue. Okay. All right, I'll watch.
And I have not been doing this for all that long. Okay, I was born in 1998, so I will get that out of the way right off the bat. But I'll tell you guys how I got started. So I grew up on a farm.
I think the Maya like really getting into the politics and stuff, it's kind of crazy. Didn't expect her to do that, And it's also, being a conservative, like she said, is very I think it's kind of surprising, kind of goes against the grain of a lot of the people that she hangs out with. For me personally, I don't care either way if somebody thinks one thing or somebody thinks another thing, but I'm just surprised that she did it, And
I always loved animals. So we had rabbits and horses and chickens and you name it, we had it, and I loved it. So then when I was 18 and in college, naturally, I got a job as a zookeeper. So I put on the safari outfit and I would bring animals like kangaroos and lemurs to schools and birthday parties to teach kids about wildlife. So a pretty cool job. It was really awesome. So then one night after work, I met some friends online who were live streaming themselves playing video games on Twitch, and I had no idea what that meant. But I learned that I could broadcast myself live on this website doing whatever I wanted. So I could cook, or I could sing, or I could play video games.
Oh my
gosh!
gosh!
Who were watching it, they would send me tips, so cash, actual real money. And as a college student,
Hell Satan. Hold on. Let's see who's in here. Hell Satan. Do you recognize any of the other names? I love looking at old Twitch clips and seeing cinema. Wait, how are they spamming cinema? Cinema wasn't an emote back then. I think this is fake. Does she even stream on the... Yeah, what? What is going on here? Interesting. Wait, and Alvea's Sanctuary. Alvea's didn't exist when she started streaming. Dude, Nim is in the TED Talk. Nim is in the TED Talk. So they probably took a screenshot of the old UI from some other video. They took another thing and they put it here. Look, 0 followers. Yeah, they like manufactured this. They probably pulled her Twitch chat from something else to actually, that's so clever.
And as a college student, that's pretty freaking sweet. So I started streaming to about 10 viewers at a time almost every day. One night after one of these live streams, I got a call from a zookeeper friend about this red-tailed hawk who had been hit by a car and he needed help. So we brought Bean, that's what we called him, home to my college house, and I started to rehabilitate him in my backyard.
Drug addict.
So then one night I'm live streaming, I'm cooking, I'm talking about this new hawk in my backyard, and one of my viewers didn't believe me. They didn't believe that I had a bird in my backyard, and I could not have that. So I put my falconry glove on, and I brought the bird inside to show them, of course, because I have a problem. And one of the people watching this stream made a short video of this moment, and they shared it on Reddit, and it went viral. So my viewership shot up overnight, and I started live streaming Bean's rehabilitation process. So I'd call him from his perch to my glove, and the people watching my streams started becoming as invested.
Wait, that was real. That clip is real. I still think like the Pog, like the original PogChamp emote meta was so good. It still is. I think the original PogChamp emote has so much emotion in it and so many variants that are so good. It's just like the image is so good. But then Twitch tried to kill it.
The people watching my streams started becoming as invested as I was in his recovery. It was like they were doing it with me, sort of, which was the coolest thing that I've ever done. And then eventually, because I was reaching so many people with Bean's story, the zoo that I worked at started allowing me to bring animals like cockatoos and reptiles home to present on my live stream. Suddenly, somehow, I had turned this zoo outreach job that I had into a work from home situation, which is awesome. But instead of reaching 20 kids at a time in a classroom, I was reaching thousands of people at a time.
Just unrelated, I just felt like saying that.
So this was when it really clicked for me, right? I wanted to do this for the rest of my life, but I wanted to do it at a much, much larger scale. So then 2 years later, at 22 years old, I came up with a plan. We would rescue animals and build huge animal enclosures, and we would live stream conservation education programs online so people could fall in love with our animals the way that they fell in love with Bean, that bird. Our animals would be able to reach millions and millions of people without having to meet a single one of them in person. And then, of course, I would fundraise all of the capital to do all of these things and build this entire facility in one single live stream, which is the craziest idea that I've ever had. But this is crazier.
She never mentioned how much OTK helped with
somehow.
Yeah, but
so
I mean, that's
I'm
nothing.
live streaming one day, and there's some. Oh, thank you.
That's not the point of the talk, right? There's no reason.
Thank you, applause. Thank you so much.
But it is kind of crazy that
streaming-
like she didn't mention me. Okay, you know that is an actual real thing. Like I don't know why. Yeah, it's actually insane.
Would you shave your head on stream? And I said, yeah, duh.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. She's gonna mention me.
Do that? Who in their right mind wouldn't do that? Apparently, that was pretty motivating, though.
Because I shaved her head.
Over the course of a 21-hour-long live stream, we fundraised $573,000.
I did that. That was me. That was me. That was me.
So I bought some land in Austin, Texas, started building animal enclosures.
She's gonna mention me, I
growing my
think.
hair back. And that takes about 2 years, in case anyone was curious. And these screens are huge. That is a huge picture of me bald in front of a lot of people. Okay, so next up was rescuing animals. Okay, so Appa and Momo are marmosets.
what?
They're these very tiny.
Why did she not mention? I shaved. Wait, but I'm the one who shaved her head. Why did I miss it?
Finn is an American red fox who was confiscated from the illegal pet trade in California. He and his best friend
Why did it
Reed
show the
Mullins
most
Alvarez
aggressive
helped teach
picture?
people about the nightmare that is the fur trade, helping to build a new generation of fur-free
Dude,
consumers.
she even mentioned Finn. Freaking my childhood friend that I brought here, and not me. My childhood friend that I brought here to freaking be my freaking cameraman and freaking associate freaking of directorial operations. And she didn't even mention me, who shaved her head. If she had hair her whole life, she would be nothing without me freaking destroying her head.
Then there's Winnie the Moo. She's a cow. She was rescued from a beef operation in Oklahoma. She lives at Alveus to help teach people about commercial agriculture and how it impacts animal welfare and our planet. One way that viewers can support the sanctuary is by feeding Winnie treats. So a $5 donation made online results in treats being dispensed via this automated feeder. To date, that treat feeder has generated over $38,000 in funding for the sanctuary. Isn't that crazy?
Can you believe she doesn't thank you once in her entire TED Talk? Shameless.
Disgust. Well, okay, it's not over yet. Surely she's gonna mention me at some point. Probably.
That's a lot of treats. She's a very happy cow. In 2025 alone, we reached over 250 million people with conservation education online. It's over 10 million classrooms, just like the ones that I was bringing zoo animals to in college, just in the last year. Alveus is now home to rescued parrots and emus and monkeys and wolf dogs and more, and we have those 36 cameras that are live streaming them 24 hours a day.
Dude, my YouTube stream got banned reacting to this after everything I did for Maya. Are you kidding me? You're joking. Bro, what? I hate Maya Higa.
It also means that we've never had to divert any of our funding to guest experiences, like gift shops and concession stands and parking lots. But one of the most positive benefits is we've developed one of the most accessible zoo models in the world. Anyone with an internet connection can visit our animals for free from their device from anywhere on the planet, and they do. Our online demographic, our online community, they range from about 17 to 28 years old. We are our nation's new voters, new consumers, and up-and-coming decision makers. We hold the future of this planet in our hands. But most of our online community didn't even join with an interest in environmentalism at all. They are just normal people, internet users who stumbled across our content in one of their many, many feeds. Alveus Sanctuary brings conservation to young people largely by meeting them where they already are, which is on social media. But before social media, TV programming was establishing the best examples of conservationists, right? Heroes like Steve Irwin and David Attenborough and Jane Goodall. These are obviously some of my personal heroes, probably some of yours as well, as they should. These guys rock, right? But for most of us, it can be really hard to see ourselves in such legends. It leaves us feeling like that work is just a far-off dream that only other people achieve. But at Alveus, that dream doesn't feel so far off. For our viewers, Alveus is a dream that one of them achieved from within a space that they're already a part of, and they get to be a part of it all live. So we're just getting started. Our next step is taking this Alveus approach to the wild. We're building a new facility where we're going to breed endangered species at Alveus for reintroduction and release.
Oh my gosh, she's starting Jurassic Park!
Of critically endangered wolves. Our sincere hope is that people will fall in love with these wolves the way that they fell in love with Bean.
This is how we got Jurassic Park!
We hope that they'll care really deeply about these individuals and then, in turn, about the wild places that we return them to. Millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of brand new
Billions and billions. She really is a conservative.
All doing it from
conservative
their homes.
Asianist or whatever she said earlier.
So my mission is to use the internet to build our next generation of conservationists. And I think it's working. Thank you.
Dude, the frickin' Alveus Island over here, dude. Frickin' pissing me off, dude. I can't believe. And it banned my YouTube stream? Am I still banned? They ban my YouTube? How could Maya Higa have done this?